What you see here is a Casablanca Delta II. 5 blades, 50 inches, Pastel Navajo finish. Following the semi-success of the Designer Series finishes in 1986 and 87, Casablanca introduced 4 more finishes in 1989 that were also painted but had a textured feel to them. These finishes included textured verde and a series of Navajo finishes. Pastel Navajo, as seen here, peach Navajo, and white Navajo. Textured fan finishes were definitely not a new thing in 1989, however they sort of were for Casablanca, as prior to this, the only textured finish the company offered was charcoal black, which at this point would have been on hiatus for several years and not brought back until around the time of the Hunter buyout. The Navajo finishes were used on a handful of different models, though not too many if my knowledge recalls correctly, the Delta II and the Panama being the most familiar. Weirdly, I don't think they were ever offered on the Lady Delta. And then, at the end of 1993, peach and pastel Navajos were discontinued, and white Navajo was changed to Navajo white. And that finish was from there offered on several other models. So white Navajo got a pretty good run, though peach and pastel were kind of cast to the side. Pastel Navajo is definitely uncommon, some might even say rare, though if you look hard enough you can find fans that have it, particularly Delta IIs and Panamas. Peach Navajo, on the other hand, is obscenely rare. Delta IIs and Panamas in that finish have surfaced as far as I know, but maybe only 1 or 2 each. It's very, very few. And then, of course, white Navajo teeters between semi-uncommon and semi-common. Though I will say, of the Navajo finishes, pastel is definitely my favorite. As you have the green and pink speckles all over the fan. It's quite the nice look. The blades are bleached oak, by the way. Tag can be seen on this side. This is one of the last Pastel Navajo Delta IIs ever made, most likely, from August of 1993. And the hang true is not being used, though I do have it. The fan is 100% complete. So now we'll go ahead and ignite power, starting on low speed. Performance of this fan is your run-of-the-mill early to mid-90s Delta II. Said this before, but I'll say it again. Performance is nothing over the top or crazy good. It's definitely good, but this fan's main appeal is definitely its unique finish. Low speed is admittedly a little slow on this fan. Not sure if that's because the bearings are a little stiff, or perhaps Casablanca tuned down the low speed to be even slower in the 90s compared to in the late 80s, which is the type of Delta II that I'm more used to handling. Anyhow, there's medium, which is a bit more on par with what you'd expect. And now high. Other notes I failed to mention up until this point is that this fan has an Emerson K55 motor in it and a 4.5 flywheel, meaning the screw hole patterns on the flywheel are set where you can install the fan with either 4 blades or 5. And there you have it, a Casablanca Delta II from 1993 in Pastel Navajo.